What's up, degenerates? Mad Merrigan here for 𝗀𝗵𝗄 Sports. Right, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and there is another interesting outsider. We might give him a play, 16 to 1. I'll make a case for him in a second, so stay tuned for that. Just touch on today, we had a couple of winners on YouTube. We had, I thought, a couple of horses. Run okay, Pureness, I thought could have won if Ben Curtis in Carlisle, as she finished second. She was just hanging left up the straight, and I don't know why he didn't just let her go to the outside rail, and I think he'd have won. I think he'd have won snug. I thought he kept trying to correct her and ride her up the inside of the horse. She was lugging left. I thought, now look, he will teach her a lot, and she'll learn and benefit from that in the future, but that's no good to us. I thought if he had to put his stick in his right hand, let her go to that rail and give her a couple of tears, she'd have won. She drifted out to 7 to 2. So the two winners we had, it was a bit of a pity for the race with Persian Force. The O'Brien horse was a non-runner, so it would have been interesting. But anyway, he ended up going off odds on, so whatever. He won well. And then we had Mighty Ulysses that won as well. He just looked, the best form. His last couple of runs, even when he got beaten Haydock, that was a very good run, giving £8 or £9 to a really progressive horse who put 50 in you. So yeah, really interesting. Anyway, Splendid disappointed a bit. Yeah, Pureness I thought could have won. Thought we should have had 3 winners. I was annoyed with the first race in Carlisle. I went with the Sir Mark Prescott horse, and I had a fancy for the winner, believe it or not. But anyway, look, there's no point crying over spilt milk. Right, on to tomorrow. Yeah, some interesting racing at Newmarket today. I thought Walk of Stars was the horse to take out of the race. Nice run after being gelded. And I think now he'll go on, kick on now. And Charlie Appleby will get the key to him and do well. Right, so tomorrow, lads, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 4 anyway, but there's one interesting horse. I'm going to come to let me come to York first. The 205 at York is My Little Queens. This is 100 to 30. I want to go a point win. I think she's very progressive. She's a lovely type, and with a really lightweight tomorrow, I think she'll take a fair bit of beating. Yeah, really nice physique, lovely type of mare, and I'm sure Connections are happy to have her back on track. And yeah, it's just a little winning machine, you know. So definitely an interesting runner. Right, the 205 York, a point win, My Little Queens. The 410, here's this horse I want to give a chance to. He's a 16 to 1 shot. Bullace. I'm going to give it a shot because it's 7 furlongs. It has blinkers on. And I do think that the trainer's horses are in serious form, Ralph Beckett's. However, this lad has been very disappointed. Now, he really has, right? But he's dropping down the mark. You know, he's coming down the weights, and he gets in here off top weight, and he has blinkers, and he ran okay at the track before. So, Bullace will go a point each way at 16 to 1. Very risky, but could be rewarding if he found his best form. And then in the 425 at York, Northern Express, a point win at 3 to 1. I think the way this won the last day, lads, he's only a 4-year-old, looked to be very progressive. Now Salem is in here, and he's a really nice horse. He probably didn't handle Epsom as good as 1 or 2 the last day, and still ran with lots of credit. So I do think Salem is a big player as well, but I'll go with Northern Express, a point win, the 425. And then in the 7 o'clock at Chester, I want to give a chance to Group 1 Power. He's got a good draw to attack, to be ridden handy. Look, ran okay the last day, and definitely if he backs that up or steps up on it, he should run a decent race. And a 5 to 1, I'll go a point win. That's in the 7 o'clock at Chester. And then in the 6:45 at Chepstow, Astrophysics. Definitely an interesting runner, rock solid 10-year-old, should run his race and be banged there, 11 to 4. So that's the 5 for tomorrow. If you wanted even to do a small little each way, lucky 31 or something, I wouldn't put you off. But I do think Northern Express should run really well. I do think Bullace is very risky. but could be rewarding if he found his form with a stable flying. Group 1 power, well drawn for Chester. You know, probably doesn't achieve as much as he should, but I think he has a chance tomorrow. My Little Queens, the 205 of York, should be winning, and Astrophysics, the 6:45 at Chepstow. Right, we did do a podcast, lads, of all the big races, the Darley July Cup and a few other races on the card. We also touched on a race at York tomorrow and the AXA Insurance Midlands National in Kilbeggan. So check out that preview, lads, and let's hope for a good day tomorrow. I had got a selection on the Patreon service, Canjar, today. Finished third, really liked him. I thought he was a cracking price during the week. I just thought when he jumped out of the stalls, he got a great break, and he just took him back in the first 2 furlongs, and I think that was a big mistake. Now, the winner won well and done it all right, but I just thought Jim Crowley, any chance he had, he took it away in the first 2 furlongs by not just using that, just letting his horse slide, you know, on a quick track. You look at any horses in Newmarket on that track. If you break well, you want to make use of it. And I think he gave that up, and then he kind of, if you watch, he went from jumping out the gate lovely to all of a sudden being out in the middle of nowhere a few lengths back when he's at the 3 pole, you know. So it was what it was. Anyway, I think the winner would have been very hard to beat regardless. But yeah, I think it was a sleepy enough ride from Crowley, but not good enough on the day as well. Yeah, we've 2 tomorrow on the service, 1 in York, and I've 1 in Cork, and I'll be very disappointed if this horse doesn't win in Cork. The handbrake was on him the last day. Top jockey on board, and I'm hoping for a win. Right, anyway, take care and God bless.